Alrighty, this should be a quick one. Just want to make a short video on how to download and install both Java as well as the IDE that we will be using over the semester. So we click on modules. I'm here at the student view, so you should see the same thing I can see here. I'm at the Welcome Start Here module. And under Explorer, we have this link, instructions to install Java, as well as Apache NetBeans. I don't think most of you really need instructions on how to download and then install software in your computer. But mistakes can happen. We can click the wrong thing. So here we find ourselves. Feel free to watch this. Feel free to make some mistakes or not make mistakes and don't watch it, but this should be quick. What I want to do is start by doing is download both of the files we're going to need. So I'm going to click this link. It says download the newest versions, and above it you notice it says uninstall any versions of Java or NetBeans that you happen to have. So if you have them installed on your machine, go ahead and uninstall them unless you're sure they are in fact the newest versions. So for me, if I come here and I type in add or remove programs, and then I type in, for example, Java, you see it can't find anything because I actually just deleted it. If I click on NetBeans, once again, you'll see it can't find it because I just, in fact, deleted that as well. So I've uninstalled those versions. Let's start from scratch. Let's download the Java Development Kit. I click on the link. I'm then going to click on Java 17. And it's worthy, to hear the reasons why. Notice it says Java 19 and 17 available now. My gut would say, hey, why not get 19? Isn't that going to be better? It's a bigger number. It's newer. But in fact, notice how this says Java 17 LTS. That stands for long-term support. So that's the most stable release with long-term support, and that's why we're going to go stick with Java 17 for the moment. So I'm going to click on Java 17. Notice when I do so, this changes from Java SE Development Kit 19 to Java SE Development Kit 17. And also the files below change. Notice we have 19 and 17 and the files changed. Choose your appropriate operating systems. Most of us will either be Windows or Mac OS. There might be a couple who are using Linux. I'm going to click on Windows and make sure you download the installer, not the compressed archive. So if you're a Windows user, you're going to download this right here. I'm going to go ahead and click it. And it's downloading. If you're a Mac user, same thing, only download one of the installers. Notice there's two options. So do not download the compressed archives, download the installer. You have to choose between the ARM installer or just the x64. So the ARM, if you're a Mac user, you know what this means. That's going to be one of the newer MacBooks made over the last couple of years. But don't quote me, actually check which processor you have for your particular MacBook. Again, if you're a MacBook user, you likely already know whether or not you have the ARM processor or the x64. So we've downloaded that. That was the first thing. The second thing we need to download is Apache NetBeans 16. So we click this link. Once again, when we come here, you notice that there are, in fact, multiple options, but for most of us, it's really going to be either of these first two, either Windows or Mac OS. When I click on Windows, since that's the machine I'm on, I'm going to start with this first option under HTTP, and I merely click this. And in fact, it has started downloading. Since it's downloading fast, 5 more seconds, I'll go ahead and let that finish. In fact, I've already downloaded both of these, though, prior to this video, and they're already here in this folder, already downloaded. We can go ahead and let us refresh this, and that's gone. So coming back, let me close both of these. We have now done what? We merely downloaded the installation files. I know a lot of you download, and then when it downloads, you choose the option open and run immediately. But notice I only downloaded. Now I want to go ahead and install both of these, but we want to install them in the correct order. So I'd like to start by first installing the Java Software Development Kit 17 right here. So I'm going to double click this, and I'm merely going to follow the prompts. Yes. Let's see. This might take a couple of minutes. I'm just going to chill out and hope that it works. And let me check this Stream Deck. Wish me luck. Did that work? I think so. Let's go back now. So here we go. We're trying to install next. I'm going to let it go right there into the program files. I'm not going to change anything. It should be a pretty straightforward installation. Already done. It says some next steps. If I want to access tutorials or other things, I'm not going to do that at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and hit close. That was pretty painless, right? Let's now click on the other one, which is Apache NetBeans. And this will start up. Windows will need to prompt, do I need to approve anything? Here we are. Yes, it's installing. Once again, I want to do the wish me luck. Hopefully it goes without a hitch. Let's see. The installer will install NetBeans with the following packs and runtimes. I'm going to hit customize here. Of course, I need this. I need this. Essential tools for programming, absolutely. Tools for creating Java web and enterprise applications. We don't really need that. We certainly don't need this. I'm going to uncheck this and the HTML Java SE. Well, hold on. Well, it says that that is required. Then I will have to check that. How much more is this? Yeah, I don't want Java EE. Servlets, JSPs, we don't need that. We don't need PHP either, but I'll leave it. So I'm going to go ahead and leave all of them checked except for Java EE. And if you install Java EE, no harm, no foul. It's just something we're not going to use. It takes up extra space. We hit OK. I hit next, accept, next. And I'm going to leave this as is. And this is important. So it's saying install Apache NetBeans to this location. Done. But it's also saying it's identified that this is the JDK for Java. It already identified where it was installed. And so I'm going to leave that exactly where it's at because that's where we just installed Java. I'm going to hit next. I'm going to let it check for updates, hit install, and let's hope. Let's go. What do we have here? Come on. You always hope it'll go with no issues. Checking for updates right off the bat. I'm not even going to pause the video. Have some very fun silence. That was quick. Installation completed successfully. All plugins are up to date. To launch the IDE, either use the start menu or the desktop icon. And we can change plugins. So I'm going to hit finish. And I'm going to leave all of this here. I'm going to hit my start button and type in NetBeans. Let's see. Settings created by a previous version were found. Do I want to import them? I do want to import them. At the same time, I'd rather start fresh. So I'm going to hit no. And it's going to cause me a little bit of physical pain. Oh, I really don't want to hit no, but I'll hit no. I'll hit no, so I'm not importing those settings. Which means everything's going to be completely vanilla here. And we're in NetBeans. This looks horrible to me because I'm going to want to get on dark mode immediately, and that'll be on a different video. But for now, we want to check if that installation worked correctly. So I'm going to come over here to File, New Project. I'm going to come to choose Java with Ant, Java Application, and we will go through all this in detail. Later on, I'm going to choose Java with Ant, Java Application. I'm going to hit Next. Let's see if anything needs to be activated. Yeah, that's what I assumed. Cool. That only happens once, by the way. It wants to save this file somewhere by default. I don't want it saved there, so I'm going to choose a different save location. And this is a one-time thing as well. Now, perhaps you would like to just come choose your desktop. Just for the sake of this video, maybe you'll call this 2290 and programs, for example. And so that's where I'm going to save this. I'm going to come into here and I'm going to hit open. Just make sure you choose a location that you know you're going to always save all of your projects to for the entirety of the semester. I would encourage that to be on a OneDrive, on something similar, on a MacBook. where you're uploading, it's automatically backed up to the cloud. So in my case, it's going to be on a OneDrive, make a folder called 2290, maybe within that a folder called Programs. And let's call this the famous Hello World. I'm going to even delete all of this, and I'm going to call this just main for now. Notice it says create main class, main. And we'll talk about all of these details later. This looks hideous, by the way. It looks hideous. I'm actually quite, I got to use my thing again, my Stream Deck. I'm quite sad that I lost all of my settings, so I'll have to get that fixed because this is hideous and looks rough. So I'm deleting all of these comments in here. Again, we'll learn what that all is, and I'm merely going to do a test. Hello World. And let's see what happens when I hit the pretty green button. Fingers crossed. Absolutely, let's go. This worked. It says, hello world, we have success. If you have any questions on this whatsoever, feel free to reach out on Slack, send him a message, and we want to make sure you get up and running, both Java, JDK, as well as NetBeans. Take care.